All right, so here we are, day number 1 of the 7-day lockdown for those in Melbourne. So one of the things with the lockdown that seems to have obviously closed is gyms, and therefore a lot of people aren't able to go to the gym and therefore do their regular workouts. But that being said, it is no reason to not do your workouts altogether. There is quite an array of different things you can do instead. So what I'm going to do in today's video is actually take one of my workouts that I normally do in my gym and actually show you all of the different changes that I'm going to be doing so that I can do it right here from my apartment. This is one of my workouts which is scheduled for today, and these are the changes that I've made. So it's a dynamic effort, lower body day. So it's usually lifting lots of, barbells, there's lots of bands, there's different things involved with it. There's a whole array of different things. Awesome to do in the gym, and it's a lot of fun. It's my favorite workout of the whole week. So I'm going to show you the changes that I've made so that I can do it right here. So first up, normally what I start with on this day is a box squat. So this is with a barbell, we load it up, we sit down to a box, stand back up, and we do that for 3 reps every minute on the minute for 8 minutes. Instead of doing that, what I'm going to do today is pistol squats to a chair. I'm going to go for 2, maybe to 3 reps each leg every minute on the minute for the same amount of time. So for 8 minutes. Okay, so it's still working the same sorts of muscles. We've just completely changed the setup and how it's all going to be. The second one is a deadlift. So I do 2 reps every minute for 10 minutes. That's with bands on the bar. Again, barbells, heavy weight. We're going to swap that out and we're going to go banded deadlifts, 10 reps every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. And the reason I've got 10 reps here, the only band that I've got access to here is a small thin one. But nonetheless, even if you've only got a small thin band, you just increase the reps. You just adjust to suit so that we're not having to, sit out and throw our hands in the air and go, can't do it. We're going to make it work. The third one, normally I do box jumps. I go 5 reps every minute on the minute for 5 minutes, and I do these seated. So we're just going to replicate very, very much the same thing, except we're not jumping up onto a box because I don't have a box here. Instead of that, I'm just going to do jumps from a chair for 5 reps every minute on the minute. So basically just sit down to a chair and then jump up as high as I can, come down, sit back on the chair, and then jump up again. Beyond that, I go into my assistance work. Now, normally I have barbell good mornings, glute ham raises, and back extensions. So instead, I've got now banded good mornings, 3 sets of 25. So again, the reps just change because we're working with slightly lighter resistance. So therefore we can afford to increase the reps. Glute ham raises, I'm going to be doing Nordic hamstring curls. These are really tough. If you've got a partner or someone who can hold your feet down, they are, however, a fantastic exercise to build up your hamstrings. So I'm going to be doing some of those today. And then back extensions. So normally I do these on the same thing I do the glute ham raises on, but instead now what we're going to be doing today is just lying back extensions, so laying down on the ground, and we're raising up and then coming back down. We're going to do that for 10 reps with a little hold at the top. And then to finish off, the finisher on this particular workout isn't really going to change much because the way this is working anyway, it's really easy to do and you don't really need much equipment. You just need a small band. So I've got banded pull-off press, which I'll show you how to do that. That's really simple. We're only going to need our thin little band for that one. So we've got 4 lots of 15 each side. And then banded leg curls. All right, so 4 lots of 25 each side. And again, I normally only do these with a thin band anyway. And since I've got that, I don't need to change any of that. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get started with the workout. So we're gonna start the workout with a warm up. Now this warm up's gonna be the exact same one that I do normally even in the gym. And that's the great thing. It only needs your body weight. So it makes it really easy to do when you're at home. I'm just gonna be working out right here in my living room. So we're gonna start first with bird dogs. We're gonna go 10 reps all up. So we've got opposite hand, opposite leg, coming out and holding for a split second. From there, we're gonna go into a plank just on the elbows, roughly 30 seconds. From there, we're going to move into side plank. We're just going to go 15 seconds on each side. So a little bit shorter than the other one. So all of these exercises are really good to make sure all the muscles in the core are warmed up and they're nice and tight for when we do all the other work. So it's really important when you're obviously lifting barbells, and really heavy weights so that our core is nice and switched on so that we don't get an injury. All right, from there, we're gonna go into curl ups. So we're gonna place our hands on our chest, bring our chin to our chest, and we're gonna curl up and hold. Excellent, and after that, then we're gonna go into glute bridges, and we're gonna do 20 reps. Get the glutes fired up. All right, so core is nice and warmed up. Now we're gonna get into the actual workout. So here we go with the first exercise. So we've got pistol squats to the chair. I'm actually gonna increase the reps to 5 each leg, and we're gonna do that for 8 minutes. So I've got my EMOM timer set up here. Every minute that's gonna go off, and then therefore we start the next set. All right, so finished the pistol squats to the chair. Next up, we've got banded deadlifts. So what I'm gonna do is take this small band and we're gonna use that as our resistance, and we're going to basically deadlift or repeat the same movement as we would with a barbell, just holding onto the band. So the way I do that is have the band on the ground. I'm gonna stand on it with my feet a little bit wider than I normally would, just so that it shortens the band as we do this. So from here, all we do is stand straight up and then come back down. Stand straight up, come back down. So similar movement to deadlifting with the barbell, a little bit different obviously, but we're gonna do higher reps because we're working with a lower resistance. So we're gonna do 10 reps every minute on the minute for 10 minutes. So even though the weight is really light, the resistance is really light compared to what I normally do, I'm still trying to move as fast as I possibly can. The theme with today's workout is to trying to move fast throughout the movement. So that's what I'm trying to do with the band. All right, so I just got done with the deadlifts, the banded deadlifts. Now we're on to the third exercise, which is the box jumps from the chair. So normally I do box jumps, 5 reps every minute on the minute for 5 minutes. Today what we're gonna do is vertical jumps from a chair, 5 reps for 5 minutes as an EMOM as well. So very, very similar. All we're gonna be doing is sitting down to a chair and then jumping up as high as possible, well, as high as we can in my apartment. So as I was saying before, it's really important with today's workout to try and move as explosively as possible, to as fast as possible. And with the jumps, what I'm doing, even though I'm not obviously jumping up onto a box, I'm imagining that I am jumping up onto the box. So I want to sit down and then generate as much force jumping up out of the chair as possible, so that if there was a box there, I would make sure that I'm up on top of the box. All right, so that's the box jumps done. Well, the seated jumps from a chair done to mimic box jumps. And that's the first part of today's workout done. So with this, normally when I'm training in the gym or even today, the whole purpose of this first part of the workout is not to generate too much fatigue, but it's to practice good quality reps as well as move weight really fast. So what we're trying to do is train our nervous system to respond really quickly, which is a great way of building up your strength. So now we're going to move into the assistance work. This is where we're going to start building a bit more fatigue. We're putting the muscle under more stress. these exercises will, make things a little bit more difficult. They're going to test you a little bit more. So normally I do barbell good mornings, glute ham raises, and back extensions. Today what we've got, banded good mornings for higher reps, Nordic hamstring curls, and then lying back extensions just on the floor. So let's jump into it. Finished up the accessory work, going through the banded good mornings, Nordic hamstring curls, which by the way are pretty tough. If you've never done these are quite difficult, especially once you get to that 5 rep range. The fatigue really sets in. So they're really tough, but they're an awesome exercise. And then the lying back extensions with just a brief hold at the top. So now I'm going to finish with the finisher, and it's the same as what I normally do. So I've got banded pull-off press, 4 lots of 15 each side, and then banded leg curls, 4 lots of 25 each side. So let's jump into it. With the pull-off press, all I've done is attach the band to the door handle, and that's going to provide me with the resistance. So with pull-off press, what we're going to do is bring the band out so that we've got tension trying to pull us back the opposite way, and from here we're just going to press out. The further we press out, that band's trying to pull us in, and we just resist it. So I've got 4 lots of 15 reps each side. I just finished the pull-off press. Now I've just got the banded leg curls, and then I'm done. So let's jump into that. That's a really simple setup. All I've done is attached the band to the table, and I'm just going to be sitting in a chair and curling my leg, so bringing my heel in towards me, and just keep repeating that action over and over again for 4 sets of 25 each leg. So there we have it. That concludes my workout for Friday. So the dynamic effort lower workout that I've done from right here in my apartment. Was it perfect? No, but with life, that's the case. It's never going to be perfect. And with a situation like lockdown, it'd be nice to have gyms open and still be able to train, but unfortunately that's not the case. Kind of had to make do, and there's no reason why you need to take a complete rest just because you can't get to the gym. There's always ways that you can modify things to be able to keep going. And the people that are able to keep going, and if you're able to keep doing something, that's always better than doing nothing. And it's always going to lead you to keep making progress, which is at the end of the day what we all want. So if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, like the video as well as subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend if you thought that they could do this workout or you're going to give it a go. Let me know down below in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.